them into the next round. Top 3,000 from today do make it through, which means I would say at this point a solid victory royale with a handful of elims is almost a guarantee for making it to Sunday. But you never know. You have to try and secure every single one they can.
Absolutely brilliant stuff right there. Heading on over the train duo of Seth and DRG. 3 eliminations to this point in the game. 40 players remaining. Boombo just there, and stay there in dark, hiding in the corn, and guess what? It's time to harvest, folks. Interesting way. This is I think this is how they harvest corn in the southern parts of the U.S. As they throw dynamite into the field.
Being from Nebraska, I fully understand the decision here. The strategy to hide in the corn is one that I've adapted in my own play style pretty often.
And in real life.
Yeah, it's basically where I live, Jack. Now, that train duo on the outside does catch that elimination. One WLG player going down. The Q-Lash duo, Bronze and Kevin, securing their own little structure there. They're in a pinch situation potentially. If DRG and Seth decide to apply pressure, Seth looks like he's going to rotate away, looking more towards the zone than going for the elim at that point.
Here's what's important of what just happened. They only had one baller available for that duo. They get that elimination on So. He hops on in. Now they each have a baller for themselves. They can use those to rotate. Hopping on over to Rams and Nikolai. 4 eliminations for themselves so far. Unfortunately, this build about to drop on down. That is his teammate in the same 1-by-1.
Thankfully.
Yeah, and they are decently close to this next zone, so not too bad. But again, dude, how good are stink grenades late game?
The stink right now in competitive Fortnite, the ability to zone players out of their own structures and force them to burn more mats, maybe rotate into a disadvantageous position, is so strong. But it doesn't matter here. Rams catches the shotgun shots from above. Unsane does get the knockdown. He's looking to potentially pick up his teammate Nikolai, also down. They're fighting for this.
He got it!
Enigma goes down. Rom's able to secure his friend and the 2 elims.
And remember when I said they're close enough to the next zone? Oh, no!
He won't be able to pick him up.
I thought he had a chance, but unfortunately, the way it's cutting, it won't wind up happening. Roms did what he could. He gave himself a chance to go for the res, but the timing was just really, at that point, a couple seconds off.
The thing to remember, too, even though Nikolai was just eliminated, that elim does not count for a point for the duo that knocked him because they are out of the game already.
Yeah.
If one of them was still alive, it would count as an elim point, but not in this situation. Rom's looking to catch a player on the outside. VNTX goes down in an easy 78 pump crit there. Roms looks like gets hit by potentially a rocket as he's rotating in, 54 HP. 2 stinks. The med kit potentially coming in clutch here in 1 second. We'll have to see if Rams needs to push in further, and he does. Quadra, there's tons of players around him as he's rotating in, and he gets caught off guard. Looks like Hikosid does get the elim, or potentially Quadra. I missed who exactly got the shot there, but he gets caught on the movement there. Kevin, Bronze, 1 baller between the 2 of them, which means Kevin is kind of allowed to play on his own right now.
This is the strength of the baller right here. Just was on the low ground, contesting with the high ground, and whoa, does take a ton of storm damage right there.
It's not a whole lot of health left on this baller, so he's got to be very careful. If you're caught up in the air when that thing breaks, you're going to take the fall and potentially get eliminated. You got to be very careful watching that every step of the way. No eliminations for this duo just yet, but both are still alive. Kevin trying to use the baller to navigate his way on the outside. You don't necessarily want to engage unless you see an opportunity just like that, and Hikosid does go down. Kevin gets the knock. 43 HP.
There we go.
Does get that elimination, the first one for the duo. And Kevin is there by his duo's side for just a moment before deciding to send. And the baller looks like it gets broken. Kevin caught off. He's in the middle of it now, the very edge of the zone too.
Hey, but the baller's done its job for Kevin. The baller's absolutely done its job. He's made it this far in the game, top 12 right now. Ritz weak at the bottom part of your screen. LeBron's knows that. Peeks on out. Will get the knock right there. No full elimination. Does turn back around. So you'll see that shield for LeBron's jump up. There it is. Back up to 150 total HP. Now down to our top 10. Continuing to spray just above. A nice shield tag. We'll have to watch out. And a beautiful pump follow-up. But unfortunately takes a ton of damage during that. And you see, with how these late games are, it's always so key to be so ready to peek out and edit out of one single area. We talked about DRG and Seth earlier. They got the 2 ballers. They jumped in with them, and guess what? They got 2 ballers earlier on. It helped earn them this high ground right now. And just like that, Seth is going to continue to play from up above. Now down to just 6 players left. Antarak eliminated. The 2 other players in the low ground were already weak. You see Flex there trying to pop minis in the zone. It might cost him his life. It does. The Beast now with just 120 HP. 2 teams left. 2 teams of 2.
Seth and DRG probably in the dominant position at this point, the most HP and shield, but Dealers and the Beast, not to be underestimated. Dealers down to 50, 40 HP at this point. It's a top down from Seth, though. DRG goes down. It's a 2v1, Jack.
They're so worried about keeping the high ground that they basically send DRG down by himself, and he's fighting a 1 versus 2 against Dealers and the Beast. And what I don't know is if there's maybe a miscommunication and the 2 trained players don't realize that it's a 2v2 and not a 2v1v1. But unfortunately, now it's Seth all by himself with this high ground. Absolutely very still winnable. But they might be in a little bit more of a tough scenario than they were hoping for in this late game. Seth popping the campfire, does still have a rift to go if needed. Don't really think there'll be too much use of it right now with where we're at in the game.
Imagine a play where Seth makes sure that he has higher HP than the 2 below, and he drops down, pops that rift to force him into the storm to take storm damage, and since he has more HP, he survives and wins. Imagine, Jack.
Oh, man,
it would be absolutely ridiculous. No rockets left, Seth. We're right at the end here. He's going to have to look for something here. 49, 39 HP, waiting for the tick out. Dealer's knock, and there it is. The victory royale. Seth, even though DRG goes down earlier in a 2v1 on the ground, he's able to secure the victory royale.
And there's the hype dance at the end right there from Seth and DRG. A beautiful victory. We jumped in with them early on, and they wind up winning the game. Awesome first 4 matches.